Hello everyone. So today I wanted to start working on the DSO138 kit, the first part of which is the surface mount components. Now I've been looking through the supplied stuff here and the instruction manual is impressive. It has proper English in it and is easy to read and pretty descriptive, which is surprising considering this was $20, so I assumed it would have terrible Google translated English in it. So this is the first of the instructions here. So important notes. It's only applicable to the 13804K, which is the model that I have. The SMD components must be installed prior to the installation of the through-hole components. So that's pretty standard, and I already knew that. Before soldering, check components against the part list to make sure you have the correct parts. And here is the parts list. So it says we need 6 10K resistors, 3 3.3K resistors, 4 1.5s, 4 1s, and 2 22 ohms, as well as U2 and U3. And here are the resistors. So nicely on the back here they're labeled. 2 sets of 10K, which is 10 of them, 1 set of 3, which is 5, 1 set of 1.5s, which is 5, 1 set of 1, which is 5, and 522. So the resistors are good. Then it says U3 should be an LM1117. This one is the 1117, so we have that. It says we should have a TI-84 14-pin chip. And this is an ST Labs chip, so I'm assuming it was just a cheaper version. It says it's a 14-pin chip, and that is exactly what that is. So it all looks good. So we're going to start with the 22 ohms, which are R30 and R29. So R30's here, and R29 is right next to it. So those ones are convenient, and we can do R31 at the same time. So for surface mount stuff, I like to liberally apply some flux to the board. Not too liberally, of course, but enough to make sure the pads are good. While I'm at it, I'll do all of the other ones too, just in case I forget later. So we're going to zoom in the camera a little tiny bit here. 2.5 times. Focus on the board so that you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Turn on our fan. So we want to apply solder to one of the pads first so that the resistor can be stuck down to it. And while we're here, we'll do the other pad as well, just to make life a bit easier. Quickly inspect it to make sure. Looks good on that side. And now we do the opposite side and clean up this side. And now, hopefully, we can bring this into focus. You can kind of see attached there. No bridges or anything. So we're going at 2x zoom here. So now the majority of the rest of the video will be fast forwarded. So because of how close that R34 and R35 are, I'm actually going to attach R34 before doing R35, just to be a bit safe. So there's lots of people that don't enjoy soldering, but I would say I'm not one of them. I actually enjoy it. And these little tiny components are actually quite a bit of fun for me. They definitely take a bit of practice, but once you get used to them, they're not that hard. I do wish I had a third hand at some points. So I used to be a big fan of the pencil tip. I didn't like the chisel tip that came with my soldering iron, but since I got these new super fine ones from AliExpress, I'm finding they're very, very good to use on components like this. The fact that there's two surfaces that heat comes in very handy, because the flat side will make contact with the surface mount pad while the tip makes contact with the actual resistor, and it just works a lot quicker. Now, I forgot to mention, for surface mount like this, I'm using much lower temperature. I am at 310 instead of 340 degrees. For the most part, 310 seems to work just fine. So that's all of the SMD components attached to the board there. Now all that's left is all of the through-hole components. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please give it a like. If you didn't enjoy it, then you can give it a dislike. If you would like to share this video, feel free. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below, or you can email them to me or tweet them to me. If you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.